Okay, let's go and jump around games with the engineer and seeing what we can do today. And this day, we are rocking the box of clogs, which is going to be all about getting these cogs and going for some awesomeness. Now, we do start off with a battery, which will speed up any item we do want as well. Now, the thing is, I kind of actually want to go for these wrenches. Because it is going to take us a while to craft up these. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by grabbing a bunch of items right now. A little bit of a heal. We could take the broom as well for a little bit more damage, and the big old banana. And we're going to roll once looking for some storage, and that is a whetstone, which I do want really, really badly. We're going to sell our shiny shell, even though the shiny shell would help us win this round. I mean, we've got to sell a banana actually. Feels bad. We're going to take it. Now the thing is, we're not going to be able to craft up as it is anyway. So unfortunately, we're going to leave it like this because I want to save as much cogs as possible. And holy ranger, we should be in a pretty good spot to win out. They literally spent the whole round looking for double whetstones and spent a lot of gold looking for it. But that does give us the advantage and help us win out. Now, skull badge is a skull badge. We could take that too, but we want another battery. I mean, realistically, I'm just going to roll. I want to grab more storage, and what I really want is another wooden sword and another whetstone. So I want to go for double wrenches, and holy moly, are we not getting a single one? Well, how about we just grab a bit of storage for now and call it there. Not waste any more golds. Now, this piggy bank, I'd love to grab as well, but we just didn't really get a chance to take it. Now, we're starting, we didn't really get too much stronger. We added in a banana for stamina, so we should have just some certain amount of stamina anyway. But this Reaper is looking kind of scary because they're going to be inflicting a bunch of poison. And they're going to have a decent bit of heals as well. And unfortunately, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. We do want to fall short, but it is what it is. Now, we do have a choice to make. You want to go for potions? Do you want to go for Nourish Please if you want to try and stack up a lot of buffs? I mean, in some class I want to go for really would benefit from Nourish Please. So I'm thinking about taking it. Let's grab it for now. That's our whetstone. Do we take a little bit more storage? Definitely not. Let's find one wooden sword, and hell yeah, we actually managed to get one. Let's grab it. Now, let's use our cogs. Is there anything else we want to craft up? Not exactly. Let's use it. And we actually have to wait one more round to craft up double wrenches. Because if we take one, we don't craft up another one, and then we have to wait two more. So craft up wrenches is actually pretty darn difficult. But let's just take our stone for now. And let's move on with this. We should be able to get 20 block from the get-go, which is not too bad. At least that's pretty darn sweet with our cogs at the moment. And we're going to lose all this block in the next round. Your opponent is going to have a lot of damage, and they're going to shred that block with this spear anyway. And during a battle rage, they have 60% damage reduction. Yeah, we could be in trouble. Although, hold on a second. We managed to bring it back. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad. Now, we could try to go for a third wrench. Which I'm not sure if we really do want to go for that third wrench. Although we could also go for Shepherd's Crook. I mean, we could also go for Shovel, but I don't think I really want to. Let's take both of these for now. Let's roll. And I'd love to go for a big old toasty goober too. I'm still going to take it. And we're going to sell either a whetstone or a broom. Let's get rid of a broom so we can take this bit of storage now as well. Now, let's get rid of one of our cogs. And we're going to craft up double wrenches. And it's going to be really, really awesome for this because these guys can scale up crits and duplicate buffs, which is going to be super helpful later on, but definitely not right now. Although we can move on with this and we can scale up the crits on a single stone. So every time this does hit, and this one hits, we scale up 10% crits on our single stone. So the faster we get this going, the more crits we're going to stack up, which is kind of awesome actually. But we'll see. Can we keep up? Our goober does keep us healthy. We should be able to scale up 100% crits on our single stone eventually. And this stone is going to do some big work for us, isn't it? Well, we heal up with our goobers. Come on, goober, keep us healthy. And unfortunately, it's just not enough. We do want to fall short. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Now, do you want another battery? Probably not. We're going to keep rolling. Let's grab another fanny pack. Let's roll. And that is resistor, so we can get some heat going from the beginning as well. And we can also craft up our toasty goobers. Yeah, let's take this resistor. I'm still going to roll. That is an early mana orb as well. I'm thinking about still rolling. Mana orb we could take, but I'm not going to be too pushed about it either. Helmet. I mean, I do kind of want to grab it with our stamina sack as well. But as for right now, we're going to have to wait around till we craft up our toasty goober. Once we get our toasty goobers, we're going to move our wrenches. of Arch Stone as well. But we should be able to start off with a little bit of heat, which will be speeding up our items just a small bit more so we can stack up our crits a little bit more. And yeah, it shouldn't be too bad for us. Maybe, because our opponent does have multiple shields, it's going to be eating up all our stamina, but this stone is going to have to put in some work first. So 100% crits, but 50% accuracy. Just how we like it. Big damage, but missing half the time. When I say big damage, it's literally just going to be double the damage. But we are kind of surviving. Even though our opponent does have the shields, they are inflicting a lot of blinds, and eventually this blinds could kind of bite us in the butt. But that was a big old smack, and smashing the wrench to the forehead, we win that round. Now, we could also go for a poison grenade, which I haven't really got a chance to use just yet. But I don't think it's the run for it today. I'm still going to roll once. We could take these items as well. Let's keep going. And we could wait around to grab ourselves that stone skin helmet. But I'm going to go for this toasty goobers. We're getting rid of 2 wrenches, which feels crazy bad. But at the same time, we're going to be moving on with this. Now, with our toast goobers, we're actually going to be going for infinite region stacking with our wrenches, because we're going to duplicate whatever region this is going to give us. The faster we get this going, the more regen we can actually stack up. And just 1 activation gives us 5 regen instead of 3, and 10 regen. As you can see, the wrenches are actually kind of nasty. This time it gave us stamina though, because the shield does eat up all our stamina. And that's a bit of a downside with the toast goober, but that's 6 regen. And we should have a 100% chance to duplicate both from now. 22 regen and still going up. And if we got ourselves a shovel dog and got infinite heat stacking as well, imagine the sheer amount of regen we could get from this. Well, hell yeah. Not bad at all. Smashing even. Now we could grab ourselves this unidentified ammo. That's something we do once? Maybe. Ammo feasting. Not bad at all. So we take you. Those give us a flight Garrick if we want to. I don't think I really want to. Right, let's get going once again. Now, at least with our ammo feasting, we have pretty much more than double the speed. I say more than double, it's 40% faster. What the hell am I talking about? We're going to be speeding up our food items, which means our toast goober should be able to trigger faster, which means more and more regen for us. Now, our opponents is slowing us down, and they're trying to steal our regen. So this could be a bit of trouble for us. Definitely so, because the slower we go, the slower we activate our goobers, which means the less regen we're going to have. Our opponents does have a lot of power and some vampirism as well, but we have 17 regen. Is it going to be enough? Does not look like it, unfortunately. 23 regen is still going. Maybe it actually will. Is it going to be enough? Definitely not. Unfortunately, wasn't good enough. Now the thing is, we could take our mech armor, right? And we could use the wrenches to get empowered instead. Or we could do the silly thing and take the Chemist. And instead, use this to gain a crazy absurd amounts of power. And that's exactly going to be our game plan. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take some gloves. And we're probably going to take some engineer's items, because the more engineer items we place around it is going to be more empower from the get-go. Or by the time we get it going. So we might want to take another coil, because that's going to give us another battery. We're going to roll again, and we do need to sell something right now too. Let's sell our whetstone to grab the storage. So basically the whole game plan is going to be duplicating the buffs of our laboratory. So we should be in a pretty good spot. As long as we get 4 heats from our resistor by the time this activates, we should be able to stack up the rest of our buffs. But our opponents actually stole our heat, so our laboratory does not go off. So we actually just physically lose this round. Yeah, that was just the perfect time for our opponents to take our buffs away from us, which is madness. Let's grab this. Let's go ahead and grab our helmet. Let's roll. And we want any of this? Definitely not. Fancy Rapier could be kind of awesome as well, but let's take you. I'm gonna Wells, giving us some decent spike action. But I'm gonna sell one more Gallic to keep rolling, and we could pivot to a practically large great sword with all this in power. But I'm gonna leave it as right now. With 2 elements in, and our Norse please, we take 85% less damage. So, in the first 3 seconds, we're gonna guarantee that we should be able to stack up our buffs. And we have our laboratory popping off right now. We got our vampirism, keeping us super healthy, and then we should be able to pop off, giving us how much power is it going to give us? 14 power, and our wrenches deal insane damage. Definitely a crazy build. Wouldn't this thing be mad if it was a potion? With heavy drinking, imagine triggering this multiple times. It's already kind of cracked. And the real question is, what do we want to go for? Do we want to go for stones? If you go for some stone helmets, we can further reduce our damage reduction. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm definitely going to take it. Charge Splitter, user heat to give us some luck. Not sure if we really want it. Invincibility with a glowing crown could be kind of nice. Since it is on sale, I'm going to take it. And that is a fancy rapier. And you know what? I'm going to take it. We're also going to sell you too, and I want to grab this storage too. Because we can actually scale up the damage on our fancy rapier. But let's take one extra stone, and we are going to move on with this. So, with our fancy rapier, we should be able to scale up a lot of damage and a lot of crits. Which is going to be kind of nice, actually. And with our Toast Cupboard, we should be able to keep up with our stamina now as well. So this is going to be a nice little setup for ourselves. And once we explode our laboratory, we should be able to get infinite empower and smashing from there. Just a big old finisher. All we need to do is survive till then. Now it does give us a Jin's lamp if we want to as well. Stacking up some luck, more spikes, fanfare. Not sure if we really do once. We could go prismatic orb into blueberries. So after we get 10 mana, we can just go stacking up luck, given damage for a fancy rapier, which I'm not opposed to. That was a cupcake. God damn, I rolled too fast. Let's grab our storage. Let's keep going for now. And we could add in heroic pots. Since it is on sale, I might as well take it for now. Anything else we really want? I mean, big explosion, max life, insaneness. Yeah, I'll be taking it. We'll also take another stone as well. And actually, we can take it right now. We sell our fancy weapon, we sell our gloves. We take this. We just add this in. And then we use our cogs. And once this pops off, we're going to get a huge max life increase. Just an insane max life increase. But this does use up a lot more stamina, by the way. So we could be in a tough spot. We're going to get huge damage and we're going to get crazy max life. And we have 105% damage reduction from the beginning because we start off with just a tiny bit of block with our wrenches, or with our cogs. We get all our buffs, and then our laboratory should explode. We should be able to get 600 life, and that was 120 crit. That was nuts. Definitely so. Now we could go for more heats. We'll take it. We'll roll again. And do we want armor? I mean, it makes sense, right? We'll take it as a roll once. That's another helmet. I think I might actually sell this. I think what I'm going to have to do is let's sell both of these, and I'm going to have to use one of our clogs. Did I say clogs? One of our cogs. So we can grab ourselves this helmet too. Because again, all we want is just all this damage reduction from the beginning. Since we start off with a block, we have 105% damage reduction, which means we take 0 damage for the first 3 seconds. And with our helmet, we actually increase that just a little bit. So once we get ourselves a stone helmet, yeah, we should have 5 seconds of invulnerability from the beginning. Give us time to get a huge max life increase and just crazy damage. Literally perfect for it. There's that small window though that we could end up losing, and that's our helmet. Yep, we'll be taking it. Let's grab a little bit of storage, let's keep rolling. Let's grab you. Let's hope for an Amnesty Steel if we manage to get an Amnesty Steel. I'll crack up. Let's sell it, let's keep rolling. I'm going to sell it for the storage as well. But let's craft this up. And let's get going once again. So that's going to be 105% damage reduction for the first 5 seconds. Now the thing is, we probably do want to grab some fanny packs and place them on side or on our laboratory so we speed this up, because we can get that going to 10 seconds and then we can win out from there. We should be in a pretty good spot from there. We get our vampirism and then it should explode into 40 in power at least. It should explode. Holy moly, that was way too close for comforts. We got our damage, but is it enough to win out? Hell yeah, it is. Not bad at all. For a second there, it was so close to losing. The thing is, Maneki Neku actually speeds it up as well. But it will speed up our Torn Bloom too. But since it is on sale, might as well grab it. With our storage too, we could go for Vampiric Bat, but I really don't want that. Let's grab a little bit more storage. Let's keep going. Prismatic Orb, Prismatic Sword if we want to. The shield is also pretty darn sweet as well. We could definitely go for Thunder Drake. I'm gonna roll though. I'm gonna roll because I'm just looking for, honestly, fanny packs. Now, with you, where are we gonna place you? Now, we would lose on a lot block, but we could place this fella down below. But again, that's going to increase our laboratory by 15%. Yeah. Which is gonna be nice. So it should go down to about 10 seconds. Which is awesome. And once with a bit of heat, it's going to be going faster and faster. And that's a lot of poison on us. We could be in trouble with the sheer amount of poison. Can we actually survive? We have 90% damage reduction. And we got our max life. But our opponent does get invincibility. And that's 113 poison on us. Well, can we really keep up? That's 120 crit. Come on, Bloom. 99 crit. Don't let that poison finish us off. We are running out of stamina, but hell yeah. Stone's putting in some work for us as well. Now, in terms of DPS, I wonder how much we actually have. About a 36 DPS. Our DPS is actually really not great, but opponents did have invincibility and damage reduction, and they did remove a lot of power too. Still 37 power though. But in terms of heals, about 6 healing per second, which is not too crazy, and 24 max life gained also. In terms of block, 200 block, which is not too bad actually. But our main source of defenses is 100% damage reduction for 5 seconds at the beginning. Give us time to scale up everything. No, come on. I'm gonna steal. Okay, that's actually correct. Now we need all the armors we can get. Let's roll. I'm also thinking about grabbing this storage as well. And let's keep going. Now, why aren't I grabbing a pineapple? Pineapple could be fantastic for us, and a cupcake to get even more power could also be fantastic as well. But yeah, let's get going. We should be able to get at least a little bit of power for ourselves with this setup. Just a small bit from the beginning. It's only 1 actually. 130 block from the get-go. Again, 105% damage reduction. Our opponent is rocking a Bloom as well. They're going to try to get that big Megclover wind gun, which is just stacking up an insane amount of luck. But we just need our time to get a big explosion of power, and then just be able to smash out from here. Definitely so. And we really need some stamina, for sure. Now, that's a stone skip pot. We'll be taking it. We're going to roll again, and we could take the charge splitter. Gloves of power. Not sure I really want to. Boots. Being on sale, I might take it for now. Let's keep rolling. Anything else we want? Not exactly. Now, I'm actually considering grabbing this holy armor and going for a moon armor, because we can get a lot of block from that. Or we could literally just ignore it and stack up more block this way. And just ignore the armor and look for more stone skip pots. I think that's probably going to be our best plan. When we finally got a fanny pack, we have to take it. We definitely have to take it. We're going to move this in up top, and we might have to sell this potion belt. Yeah, I'm going to sell it. Let's keep rolling. This will gladly take 2. Let's sell it. Come on, another armor to steal. There's no way. We actually got a second one. Well, that's kind of nuts. That is definitely kind of smashing, awesome, broken, insane. But I'm also kind of wanting to craft up double breads, because that kind of helps with our stamina just a tiny bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Any little bit of stamina we can get back to better. But this sheer amount of power should be insane. We should be able to start off with about 4 power now. I'm kind of scared because there's going to be a lot of cold slowing down our laboratory quite a bit. Taking longer and longer to actually get to it. But we're already on a vampirism, which means we should be able to get a big explosion within that 10 seconds, even with all this cold on us as well. 50 in power. And our big old Bloom should be able to deal massive damage. That was 154 crit. And come on, we got this. Our opponent is lifestealing for days. 87 cold on us, and unfortunately, I don't think we got this one in the bag. The sheer amount of cold on us does make us fall short, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Now let's take you, grab this as well. Let's keep rolling. Grab a little bit more storage. And we could take this if we want to. Since it's on sale, let's grab it for now too. And you know what? Double Bloom. We could have infinite max life. I think right now I do want to sell that because I want to grab you. And that's another fanny pack, which I do desperately want to grab as well. We're going to sell the Kyle. And what we're going to do is we're going to sell this bag. And we're going to take it. Now that should be going faster and faster. 1,000,000%. And we got to sell something else as well. Set a blue base. And this as well, so we can take you as well. And that's the best we're going to get because we should be able to get a little bit more block. We could use it the other way around to get some stamina, but it shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to get some stamina back out of it as well. Keeping up, we do use half our stamina in our first attack, which is kind of crazy. But we do get our empower so much quicker. It's really awesome. 15 power, 800 max life, some big old damage. And can we do a big massive crit? Hell yeah. 15 power is nuts, by the way. I mean, our little wrenches are dealing 30 DPS each. And our Tom Bloom dealing 45 DPS. With 100% crits. It's kind of awesome. The stamina is what's kind of letting us down just a little bit at the moment. Is there anything else we can really get? We'll see. Another fanny pack. Yeah, we'll be taking it. Anything else? Maybe not. Another stamina sack. I mean, I am tempted to take it, so we'll take it for now. Hard Container would use up the regen that we do get to give us huge max life increase. That's another fanny pack. We'll actually take it. Now this laboratory is going to go turbo speeding. Well, the best we can. So we waste a lot of money on some bags that's not really going to help us out too much, but to get our laboratory going as fast as it possibly can, it's definitely going to be worth it. There's anything else we really want? Not exactly. Another rogue pot I would love to grab. Also, just another stone skip pot. All these potions I do really want to grab. I'm going to have to grab it. It's going to be too good not to take. Which means our Kyle is going to be out and we have so much cogs we haven't used to craft up at all. Which is kind of funny. Now it's kind of a shame that these sell for 0 because I would love to grab this final stone skip pot. We could sell this, but that speeds up our laboratory as well as our Tom Bloom. We don't really need to speed this up, but the laboratory specifically, we do need to speed up quite a bit. But yeah, I think we're going to carry on with this sort of situation. This is going to be our final setup. I didn't expect to be playing a Toasty Goober Tom Bloom laboratory max life stack in a type situation, especially with 2 amps of steel as well. Now maybe we didn't need the Tom Bloom in, but how can I resist just absurd max life stack? And we do start off with 6 in power, which means that's going to be 66 max life. And once we do get our laboratory popped off, which is going to trigger at 8 seconds, especially with 105% damage reduction for the first 5 seconds of the fight. So there's a 3-second window where we should be able to get a huge max life increase in all our damage. I mean, it's literally perfect. We should be able to get a big explosion. Now our opponent does reduce the lava with the Captain's Comfort, so this really nullifies the laboratory quite a bit. And they got infinite block. I mean, the magic tech armor is kind of nuts for opponents. So can we really keep up with them? We're starting to break through the armor just a little bit. We have crazy max life. This Manitorus is going to do massive damage because it has lamped as well. And that was 144 crit though, from us. We got 51 in power still, and our little wrenches are putting in work too. And we're managing to beat magic tech armor, which is kind of nuts right now. Hands, one big smack. Come on, you got it. Barely winning out. But in terms of DPS, we actually managed much better this time. We had a 90 DPS overall. Being Tom Bloom, Spikes putting in a lot of work for us, I will say that. A wrench, stones, wrench, more stones, and some fatigue as well. Now in terms of heals, yeah, we had 5 healing per second, but at the same time, 30 max life gained per second as well from all this in power, and that was basically for one big explosion of max life. Literally shot up to 60 max health gained per second. I had this one thing. In terms of block, we still managed about a 200 block, which isn't too bad at all. But yeah, super fun builds between the wrenches, the laboratory, the Toast Goobers, and a Tom Bloom. But we did only survive with 2 lives left. How much rank points did we manage to get? Plus 25 or rank this up to platinum. But hey, I'm gonna have to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing, and I hope to keep a look up for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back to round 18 fights, and we're gonna see how we can deal with some other builds. And can we keep up with opponents? They are gonna be shredding our armor. Even though we got that damage reduction, they are gonna be shredding that armor, but that's all they're gonna be doing. Now they do get their invincibility, but again, we do get all our power, and from here we should be able to deal massive damage. And it's actually looking kinda awesome, not gonna lie. Hell yeah. Now can we deal with a Speak with Animals, crazy Shelly type situation, Ultimate Ascension, and rocking a fancy fencing rapier for just killing damage. But again, we take no damage for 5 seconds of the fight without invincibility, which is kind of amazing. But after that, we should be in a pretty good spot to win out from here. Definitely so. With our crits and big damage, hell yeah. And finally, can we deal with triple dagger ranks with a Bloodthorn? They're going to be trying to steal all our buffs like crazy. And this could potentially be rough, because if we don't have enough buffs for Laboratory to pop off, it actually misses the next go. We still get all our power though, but our opponent is going to be using that power against us, but at the same time, we should be able to smash him out. Hell yeah. Not a bad finish.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town.